We live Sundays and Wednesdays. Yeah, 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing it. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you, with the crew and you, to the crew and you.
All right, my man. What up? What up, everybody, man? Y'all are now on with the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right-hand side, we got our dog, everybody's dog, Decatur's finest, Corey Davis. And underneath him, we got the OG of the crew. And let me see what my guy's name is today. You know, he might have switched it up on me. Chuck Sparkle City. Chuck Little John, man. What's going on, Brody?
What's going on? What's going on? You know, every time we see the intro, I always laugh about Corey's acceptance speech.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that. I meant that from the heart, man. You know, I'm a winner.
that
you can
might
be
have
a winner too.
Yeah.
We've had on our show, man. That acceptance speech, dog. That thing was hilarious. Welcome to the show, A to the Z Media Network. My dog, Big Country, and he's ready to jump in on Trey Young already.
Oh my God,
man!
Man.
But before we do it, man, I do want to say we have a new subscriber, man. My guy Jody, and I'm hope I got the name right. Your last name, Jody. He's a guy that I met at our conference last week, the ABA conference. Real nice guy, man. Guy. And so we talked for a couple minutes, man. He said, "Hey, what's the link to your show? I'm about to join it." So, so I appreciate you, man. 63-year-old.
Look, hey Chuck, officially we're gonna call G the subscriber whisperer. You know, this has to be the most openest guy I've ever heard of to go, "Hey man, you know." It'll be real easy to hear come and say, "Listen, let me tell you who I met. He might be on the show." Hey man, you gotta give. Just stand out in the middle of Atlanta and then just hold your hands out, you know, with a microphone. It's the subscriber whisperer.
Yeah, man. It's becoming easier, man. I took a couple L's early on, man, and you guys have gave me the confidence, man. Y'all boosted me up, man, and allowed me to get out there and just, hey, come on and join us.
hey, I know it couldn't be me if I hey, can I talk to you for can I talk to you for a second? I'll be shaking my butt out like a stripper trying to talk to somebody.
So yeah, so we have a viewer now from Oregon, man. He lives in Oregon, man. So appreciate you rocking with us, man. Welcome to the TCY family, Cody, my guy. All right, hey, let's jump in, man. Let's jump right on in. We got some topics we got to jump into, and I'm looking at, you know, I know we don't have a lot of people on right now. We got Big Country on. The it's not working right now. Look. Oh, we got two on, so we good to go. Let's go. Hey, NBA playoffs, baby. NBA playoffs. We have two teams that are now eliminated from the playoffs, and What's up, Big James, man? Welcome to the show. Let's start. Let's start with the Atlanta Hawks, man. It was a rough series. It was a physical series where I believe the Hawks didn't match it. Um, it 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 showed uh, it showed some deficiencies, man, in the coaching. I think. Uh,
Coaching.
yeah, this I want to get you all's thoughts, man. So, what do y'all think was the determining factor in the Hawks only winning one game in this whole series, man? Let's-
I I don't know. I don't know if I think it was coaching. I think it's just to me it just seemed like desire and willpower. I mean, Miami just wanted it, and it seemed like at times the Hawks didn't. Uh, like last night, to me, you only had one player that's really, to me, now I could be wrong. You can disagree with me. One player for the Hawks that was really showing up and playing.
Mhm,
And everybody have you gonna have off nights.
mhm,
But
mhm.
but to say it was the coaching, I don't know if you can rightfully say it was all coaching. Because like I always say, the coach is not out there running down the court. They didn't take not one shot. All thing they can do is give directions and instructions. That's all they can do. They can't
Okay.
go out there and
Mhm.
perform. They can't shoot the shots. They can't play the defense. So that's why I always say I don't always agree that it's coaching. I know y'all. I don't want to harp on the Lakers, but y'all you big on Fogel not putting the subs in like they should be. But if you put the subs in like you want to, like you should, and they don't perform, then is that coaching?
My
So it just
my
seemed like to
daughter.
me they just didn't want it. I'll finish. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I got a 2-year-old, right? So what we say to her on a daily basis, right now we're doing potty training. I'm gonna take y'all boys back. We're doing potty training right now, right? And what we have to do is we got to say no pee pee, no boo boo in the pants. We got to keep saying that, and you got to keep taking them to the bathroom. No pee pee, no boo boo in the pants.
Okay.
They boo booed in the pants. You know what I mean? I'm talking about they were playing like children against grown men out there. That's what I saw. I kept seeing AAU mistakes. I kept seeing like bad passing. I kept seeing bad execution, or what looked like a better team versus a inferior team,
Mhm.
an experienced team versus a non-experienced team. Now, we were talking yesterday, G. You were saying that Trey gave up, or Trey done, the smoke one. I'm not
Mhm.
saying that he didn't, but you
Mhm.
know how you try to watch a person's swagger when they playing. I just thought
Mhm.
he got beat down because he was trying his best, but then I didn't like. Sometimes he'll come down the court, take 2 or 3 steps, and pull. One of them long one of them long threes that he could make sometime, but his stats are. Then like I said, the turnovers, not being
Mhm.
able, like weak rebounding. I was
Mhm.
just like, at this point, I'm not gonna say I gave up, right? Because I know, what I'm saying. I know Zach will be one of the toughest critics of my man Trey. He may be right, but I did see a team give up on what they thought was a better team. I did. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
You know how sometimes when you feel like there's nothing you can do, just throw a couple of haymakers. Kept
Right.
taking 3. Let's see if we can win by the trade.
Right.
No,
Right.
man. No.
So do y'all feel like each game? So in the playoffs, each game is brings on a mind of its own, or uh, 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 a monster of its own. But we saw, I believe, in 5 games, the same story in 5 games. I don't. Then this is why I say coaching, because I don't think anything changed. They didn't change up from what Miami was doing. They didn't make any adjustments to what Miami was doing. Miami was pressing them the whole game. So they'll start up with your boy Butler or Tucker, and they'll have him go half, full court, just touching him while you bringing the ball up, and then come across half court, they'll double or whatever it may be. They never adjust to that. They did that for 5 games. And the Hawks never adjusted. They tried to run the same offense that they were doing. Y'all not see a problem in that?
What if they made the change and then they couldn't convert or couldn't? I thought they made some adjustments, but is that coaching? Because no coach is going to not figure out. You a coach, you should know this, right? No coach. I'm not saying that they didn't change it up, but no coach will keep going into the lion's den and not change the stick from a stick to a knife to a gun. I don't and they barely won the game that they won. I just think they were. I don't know. I thought they were a better team, but I thought they did make some sort of adjustment. But how much of adjustment could you have made with this team that you're going up against?
I think you had to. For me, I would have took the ball out of Trey's hand. What they did is they continued to play with Trey running the point. I would have took the ball out of his hand and let somebody else bring it up, and then let Trey come off a screen. That way you can't double him. You can't. They beat him up so bad, bringing the ball up that he didn't want to do anything with the ball but shoot threes.
But is the playoffs the time to try to make that adjustment when you hadn't really worked on that? Him coming off the ball when he's a facilitator, but he plays off, trying to get some space here and there. Is the playoffs the time to do that with a young guy like Trey?
I think. I mean, this is when to go home. You got to pull out all the stops. I believe. Like if y'all were saying like if you put players in there and they don't perform, then they just don't perform. But I think you got to give them a chance. I didn't see him really giving the other people a chance. You had some players on the bench that were just waiting to get in, that never got an opportunity to get in. And they also with Lou Williams. Lou Williams,
he was hurt though.
No, he's not hurt. I mean,
not hurt.
No,
I thought they're saying he was hurt.
That's what they're saying, but he's not. But that's just what they're using. So
hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen.
I could have sworn I asked you about Lou. You told me Lou back was hurt.
They said it was back. They said his back is hurting. Yeah, they said.
But he was in street clothes the other night, wasn't he? He wasn't dressed out, was he?
He was the whole series. So
wait a minute. What did his mama say? Now we get somewhere.
You took my punchline, Corey.
What did his mama say?
Let's just say that we've seen the last of Lou Williams in Atlanta.
Oh, you heard it here, folks.
Oh, Sweet Lou is on his way out.
Yeah,
that man got some insider trading. Wow.
Yeah, you like James said, man. It's 3-1. Like you got to try something. You can't keep going with the same stuff. It's not working. I think they scored the least amount of points all year in this series.
But wait a minute, we're on to something here. Why would you not play a battle tested veteran, playoff veteran like Lou Williams at this point, which who has showed his true grit, in the playoffs. What do you think that is, G?
And for me, I think Nate McMillan is not, what they call daddy ball.
Mm-mm.
So a coach that has a favorite or and shows a little favoritism, no matter what that person is doing.
Okay,
always going to cater to that person. I think he does that, and he holds grudges.
Oh.
As a coach, you can't hold grudges in the NBA because you hold grudges against good players. These are talented players that you have out there. And
now, is this something you heard or something you see or you paying attention to?
That's something I saw right there. I've heard that he holds grudges, but I saw him doing other things on the court.
Yeah, you can't hold grudges because those players you holding the grudges against are gonna protect your job.
Right. So
So
now
the whole to
Nate
hold
Miller,
grudges like that, that's
person.
Man. So could this be something that you could lose your job over, you know, a potential I ain't gonna say a mistake, but is this a second year rookie coach mistake by doing something like this? If you're seeing this, what is management seeing?
What is management seeing? Exactly. I believe he's on the hot seat. I know. Wow. I think we touched on it, through our chat, but I believe that this guy may be on the hot seat, man. His granted, he did have some injured players. John Collins was playing on one leg and 9 fingers, so and it was tough on him. But what he did is he gave his all, and for him to give his all, you want your coach to give his all too. And I don't think the coach gave his all.
You think John Collins gave his all?
Yes, I mean, with what he had, he was hurt.
Okay,
and he knew that Capella was hurt too. So what he did was, hey man, y'all need me. I'm gonna come in and give you all I can, and he did. He did, man. It was so and I credit a player that does that. That means the player really cares about his team. So unlike the Nets, who were swept by the Boston Celtics, they're having a issue over there, and now the players have come out and they said they wish they teammate would have showed some effort to come out there and help us, even if it was a couple of minutes, but just show us that you care enough to come to battle with us.
So I think you're talking about
Ben Simmons, absolutely.
But if he had come out there, do we think how much of a difference we think he would have made?
Man, you just want to show some heart.
According to some of my friends and co-hosts, they said that him being back in there is a big difference because, I mean, he's another star and he plays good defense.
No,
and they don't need.
I guess I could halfway agree with that, but the thing is, he's gonna come in at the end of the season. He's not gonna be in no kind of basketball shape. Wait, I mean, who's gonna play defense though? Yeah. Only thing they would do is hack him in if they got behind.
Yeah,
he'd be beneficial for the other team.
Yeah, you might as well have let him come out there with his jacket and street clothes on that he had on. He would have been the same dude. Or like, look, remember he was at practice with his cell phone in his pocket. Come on, man, this dude wasn't ready to play no ball nowhere. And then, so memory was his back. Then when they kind of asked him, like they came to him like a cry of desperation. Listen, can you get out there, show us something? Just give us some kind of hope, that you're really willing to play for the team.
Right.
Hey man, my head, I'm kind of mentally distraught right now. I went to the grocery store, they were out of eggs, and I lost it. I mean, listen, I was looking for cheese, and they had smoked Gouda. I just wanted regular Gouda, and I'm just not, I'm not in any basketball mentally. I don't know what else to tell you. Then his mama come on and make a statement too. My baby just ain't ready mentally, but just make sure his check is there so that we can go to the Bahamas.
So as put yourself in Kyrie and Durant's shoes. As a teammate, would you have wanted him to come out there and give any kind of effort? Chuck.
Oh yeah, I would say definitely as a teammate, even if it wasn't beneficial, but just to show that effort that you're part of the team and you with us and you coming to battle with us. When he got to the point where they say his back was better, then if it's like you say, if it's only 2 or 3 minutes, or not even if you don't even play, dress out, show some kind of interest in the team. If I'm getting to the point where I'm about ready, then at least dress out and then have that opportunity to potentially go in. But he stayed in street clothes the whole time.
Corey, what you shaking your head? You don't agree?
No, I don't agree. I think we've been here before in so many words. When your effort does not show, you make a decision. Now, I'm, read between my lines here. When you make the effort, then you show me that you feel the way I feel. Mm-hmm. All right. So in my opinion, when we get to a certain level, at this point, I'm gelling a certain way, or at least I'm trying a certain way. I'd rather go down with the ship trying than you show up, I'm dancing with who I came to the prom with, in a sense. Because if you come in here and disrupt, I don't know if it's going to help. You hadn't been a help to me since now. Now, okay, let me allow me to change this. If I had the confidence that you could come in and make that difference for me, then yeah, I would say that. But I don't know if you think KD or Kyrie came over to him. Did they have that players only meeting? Hey fellas, we're backed up against the wall, or just let's say if we're two superstars. Hey man, can you try? Sometimes that can help a little bit. If I just came to you one-on-one, say, bro, I'm struggling here. And then you still don't comply with me, or you still don't help. And this personally, G. I come to you, on the side and I holler at you. I tell you how passionate I am about my team. And then you still, you still don't show up. That's a disappointment to me. Right. So there's no reason for me to say, come on in, man, dress up. Now you're right. It could have had some effect. What was it? Willis Reed effect when you come in with the bad leg, team cheers for you. Right. Let's see what you can do. Right. But like I said, he said the back issue first. Then he went, mentally. Stay in street clothes. Stay in street clothes.
So he was going to play in game 3, and then it wasn't game 3. Then it was game 4. Right. Everything was all go. He practiced well. He had been running with the team until the day before, and he decided, yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out, y'all, on an elimination game. So, and this is a guy that you've traded for mid-season because you felt this was the piece that we needed to get us over that hump.
Okay, hold up, G. Hold up. Let me say this to both of y'all. We had practice. Kyrie. All right, so I'm your Kyrie, OG, you KD.
Okay.
I'm Ben. So I come into practice. Hey, I'm running the point. Just tell me right there. I'm running the point. It come through me. Give me your reaction. I'm Ben now. You KD. I'm sorry. OG is KD. You Kyrie. Hey, I'm running the point. You number 2, G.
Nah. You point your finger. That's no point. You could be running.
I ain't doing it. I'm not gonna do the 3. I'm number 1.
Nah, dog.
But don't you know that when you picked him up, that he wants to run the 1? So I don't. No.
You are Kyrie. Don't talk as a G. You're not G right now. You Kyrie. You just heard KD talking.
I can get the ball anytime I want. And if I'm Kyrie, look, the ball's gonna find me. I'm not. You can be the one. I don't have a problem with that. Just pass me the ball.
My bad. Hold on. OG, you Kyrie, and this KD. My bad. I forgot who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm talking to KD right now. I'm sorry. You KD, you stay right there. You shooter. Hold on. Oh, hey, Kyrie, I'm the number one.
No, Ben, you're not number one.
Thank
you gonna be three. You gonna be three a bench.
But all right, so wait a minute.
Because-
Kyrie, now, wait a minute. Kyrie, didn't he just get there too? Now, why he got so much say?
Because at least Kyrie has played during the season. Ben gonna come in, hadn't hit a beat all season long, not in no kind of basketball shape, but you gonna lead the team and run number one? Oh no, you can't do that. You can get down there in three, so you can take you a break when you want to.
right.
And get your breath together, but you can't run number one. Just come in and play it all this season, and you will come in the playoffs talking about you playing number one. Okay. No gelling with the team and nothing like that. And you go play number one? No, you can't do that.
Right. And the only one who can say the ball will find me is KD. That's the one he don't play a whole lot of defense, but he play off the ball, waiting for it, try to make some matchups happen or whatever. But I'm asking for this dude to primarily come in and play some defense. But at the same time, because we know he's not a scorer.
But he'll dish the ball off now.
He'll facilitate, but but I'm just saying, what if Kyrie decided? And I was making the assumption. This is how I would have felt. I'm feeling like the OG here. Hey man, fill in at the three.
Yeah, right.
Get your tall butt down in some paint. Or the number 4, because you are 6. What, he's 6'8",
6'9".
6'9",
6'10", something like that. Yeah.
Get down there and get us a rebound.
Yeah, that's even
worse. That rebound. Give it to me. I'm number one now. But don't be trying to dribble up court. Just give it up.
Don't dribble. If you hadn't played, get down there and get in some paint. Give me an extra body.
So y'all brought him in not to really be who he was. Then y'all are saying just come in and fill in a spot that y'all really didn't need, because y'all don't need
one game.
I mean, you're hoping it's for more than one, right?
I'm just saying, as of right now, you hadn't, like you said, you've been practicing, but you hadn't played against anybody.
Right.
If you're asking me to come in and make an effort, dump me in for some defense. I don't need you to score, because he's not confident with scoring.
But
let me use my 6 fouls.
Didn't KD and Kyrie said that he was walking around practice like Jordan?
Hell no. Did they say that?
Oh,
walking around doing what?
Like Jordan?
They said he was walking around there with his chest pumped out like he was Jordan in practice.
I don't know why. He's a long way. He can't put on half of Jordan for you.
No,
right.
But I think they were saying his confidence was so high that he was walking around like Jordan.
Where you read it at?
But
that's what KD and Kyrie said.
That had to be a fallacy.
If your confidence is that high, then if your confidence is that high, why you go back out on your team at the last minute if you got that high confidence?
Why your mama got to come and tell you that he's having he needs a mental timeout? You've been in the corner, man. He been in the corner for 10 weeks now, man.
So, all right. Well, so who's my dog? Hey, Packy is IO Pack. My guy, Chris. He said he's disappointed in KD. So where does your disappointment lie in the Brooklyn Nets being swept by the Boston Celtics? Or is it the coach, Steve Nash? Is it Kevin Durant? Is it Kyrie Irving?
I don't know. Number one, Boston had the best defense in the league. Number one. Number two, they came in with a scheme, and the Nets just couldn't handle it. They beat KD up game in, game out. And they just couldn't handle it. And so I don't know. Did they need it? What I think? What now?
Who are you disappointed by the most?
I'll say the whole doggone team. How you gonna put it all on one guy? It's not tennis. It's not golf. It's the team. So you can't put the whole blame on just one person. KD scored 20-something points last night and they still lost?
He scored 39 last night.
Right, and they still lost. So you gonna put it on him? Is he the reason they lost last night? You know, I guess it's different. It's different facets of the game. So every game is going to be an issue. So you can't necessarily say that there's one individual person that caused them to lose. Yeah, he's the star of the team, but he can't score all the points. You got to have some help somewhere.
So Chris said, KD broke my heart. Come on, Chris. Come on, man. Come on. Golly.
So and Chris not the only one that feels that way.
He got it from his daddy.
Charles Barkley said the same thing.
Chris saying Chris is.
So Charles Barkley said it's a difference when you're just on the bus than when you're driving the bus. So that's why it's on KD, because KD is supposed to be driving that Brooklyn Nets bus. He's not supposed to be a passenger like he was in Golden State, right? He's supposed to be, hey, I came to Brooklyn so I can be the man. I'm going to show y'all I can do this. Now he's driving the bus and he done took him off the cliff.
That's unfair.
That's unfair, G. That's unfair. Because like I said, driving the bus last night, he scored 39 points. So what else you want him to do? Driving the bus. And on that bus, you got passengers.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in an accident, these passengers got to help us in that type of situation.
The passengers say, hey, we're moving to the left. Hey, straighten it back up. So they're just there to help you. Say, hey, keep it on the middle of the road.
Magic word being help.
Yeah.
So if I'm driving the bus and I'm not getting no help, then this bus gonna go off the cliff.
KD averaged 26 points.
Wait.
26 points in the playoff.
In the playoff,
in that round.
We're looking at this totally wrong, fellas. Totally wrong. I remember Charles Barkley a couple of days with that statement on this bus driving thing. Okay. What we failed to realize is that's an old school mentality way of playing. This is not bus driving playing anymore. This is a group of guys on motorcycles and four-wheelers riding in a group. This is how basketball is played nowadays. Not a bus, not everybody riding on the bus and let's ride together. We got too many individuals that play the ball nowadays. So let me tell you this right here. And this is how I'm looking at it. Now the game is played with a big three, big four, that type of deal. And, they're bringing people around. The day and age where one player can put them on their back. Now they can do it for a game, maybe two, but for the most part, there's always a big two, big three, big four. You can't do it by yourself in the league nowadays. There's too much talent going on. All I got to do is put my talent on your talent and shut you down. We learned that with Tatum. Listen, this is now we can contain you, but we can't stop what you can do. Like I said, KD gonna do what he gonna do. But at the same time, nowadays, like when we had Dominique Wilkins by himself and he could take over a game and get 50 and he win, we don't have that anymore. You still got 2 or 3 all-stars on another team that's going to switch up, or they're going to be able to do the same thing that you can do. Now, I always said I've been an advocate for KD because I think that he's one of the greatest shooters in the league right now. I have put my foot out there for him, but I do know you need some help. So for you to say that I'm driving the bus primarily and you got to come with me, I got my four-wheeler, you got your four-wheeler, I may have a 450, you got a 350, but we're riding individually, but we are a group. That whole I'm driving the bus and you riding with me, that's different. That's a different game right there.
But there's still somebody got to be the driver. Like, so who's the driver of the
leader or driver?
The driver. Who's the driver? Somebody has to drive the bus. It's always every team has a driver. Who is the driver for the Nets?
Coach.
The coach. Oh, so
Coach drive the bus. We riding behind him. Or like in a motorcycle crew, you have that truck that's riding in the back of the motorcycle crew that bring the parts. Bring tires. That's what the bus is designed to do nowadays. Chris, don't be. You can't blame that on KD.
You can't. I'm actually this. I'm like Kanisha. I don't agree with Chuck on a lot of things, Charles Barkley, but let me say this. I think he's on point with this one. I think he's on point with this one, man. Blake Griffin played well. His dynamic duo. When y'all told me that Kyrie was going to be able to play not just away games, the home games too, y'all was excited. Y'all put Brooklyn up there at the top.
G, I'm about to call you out again, G.
Okay.
Now,
Get it.
Now, all of us, when we said which team that's in this play-in do teams not want to see before the playoffs start? For the East, who do we all say?
The Hawks and the Nets.
Right. And we said, and I'm pretty sure that we all said that the Nets is going the Nets would be one of the difficult teams going into the first round.
Not me.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and get it, G. I said
they'll make it in at 7, right? And then I said they would lose in the first round. Did I not tell y'all that?
I don't know if we said who's gonna win or lose. I just said the top of the discussion was one of the teams that nobody wants to see, because you were saying that there's another statement you made that you thought Philly was tanking because they didn't want to see the Nets in the first round.
They did.
I think we were wrong about both squads at this point.
But the NBA is so unpredictable this year. I mean, you can't. It's hard to predict, and nobody thought so. Nobody can rightfully say going into this series that we thought that Boston would sweep the Nets.
No, I never would have thought.
Right.
Never would have thought that. I thought that was going to be the best series in the playoffs this year.
Brown had the biggest broom I could find. He could find in that building. Like with 3 minutes left, that broom he was sweeping that thing. Like that dude tripped.
Yeah.
So get back to something we said about Nate McMillan. So do we think that Steve Nash is on the hot seat?
There we go. That's where we was going with it. I think he is. You got 2 all-star superstars, what they call them, and you get swept. You win not one game in the all-important game 3 where you went back home. Your superstars scored 16 points apiece.
Privilege will have him not fired or not on a hot seat. He was given the job without even having experience.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be considered a hot seat coach right now, unless one of these superstars makes a statement. He was given a job. Listen, they were still interviewing people, that had years and years of experience when he probably knew he had the job already. No, I don't think he is. Now, Nate, on the other hand, I don't like it when you I didn't like it when you brought it up, but now that you're bringing up, some of the things that you picked up as a coach, that I probably didn't see, some of the things some of the insider trading information that you have, it would be unfair, but at the same, I ain't gonna say unfair. It would be unfair from a fan for me to feel like, this guy, I wanted him to have a chance, and now he might not be the best coach for our squad. Now I'm going back to this, and I know, he fell under the pressure, but Coach Bud was a good coach. We should have held on to him. They just didn't allow it to, to gel the way it should have. I think he probably would have did a better. I ain't gonna say he did a better job, but I like what he did. We went to the playoffs 6 years with this guy. Deep into the playoffs.
No, not deep.
To the Eastern Conference Championship?
No.
Yeah, deep. That's deep enough. It ain't deep.
So how many years has Nate McMillan been there? This is second year?
This will be his 3rd year, right?
Coming up.
Second year.
So he just finished the second
last year in the beginning.
He just finished the second year, right?
This is full
year. Huh?
This is first full year or first year?
Full year. Remember he took over for what's his name last year?
So when they went to the Eastern Conference,
that was
he took over.
Wasn't that in 20? That was in 20.
No,
That wasn't
that was last year. Well, last season.
that wasn't last year.
It was. We didn't go to the playoffs the year before. We did it. We went to the playoffs that year that he took over, and which was last year.
No, y'all didn't make it. Y'all didn't make it. The first when he took it over. He did what he did was he changed the y'all had a chance. But I don't think y'all made it when Coach Lloyd got fired.
Coach Lloyd got fired last year, right?
No, he's been fired for 2 years.
Hold up, man. When did Coach Lloyd get fired for Atlanta Hawks?
I don't think it was last year. I think this is his second full year.
Lloyd, okay, March 2nd, 2021, Atlanta Hawks fired Coach Lloyd Pierce from a 14-20 start. So he got fired on March 2nd, 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
March 2nd?
That's when this came out right here. Huh?
So
14-20 start. Nate McMillan takes over. It said Atlanta Hawks have fired Coach Lloyd Pierce. The team announced it on Monday, March 2nd, 2021. Is that not right?
So he took over midseason last year. So technically he hadn't been coached but one full year then.
Well, 1 year then, huh? Okay.
Yes, I think it'd be hard to put him on the hot seat after just 1 year. I think that'd be hard because number one, he go ahead,
yeah. He was the coach at the beginning of the 2018-19 season and oversaw the rebuilding of the franchise. He had an overall record. Looked like 63-120 during his tenure. But
was the previous coach?
Lloyd Pierce.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But this, I just pulled this up, and this was March 2nd, 2021.
Okay. So he's only had 1 year, so yeah, it'd be hard to.
Okay, well,
it'd be hard to put him on the hot seat. He
yeah,
came in half year, took him to the
much.
Eastern Conference Championship, so and they had a lot of injuries this year, so I think it'd be hard to put him on the hot seat.
I agree with y'all. I agree with you. I thought he was there for 2 years. So that's
But it's still, but your information still resonates that if he's the daddy ball stuff,
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Especially if he holding grudges. That's
you
can't. It's gonna be hard if you win. You holding grudges against players like that, and they're performing for you.
I know Hawks fans want him gone, and that's yeah. And let me say, I gave Nate a lot of credit last year for what he did with that team, but I think this year he equally needs the same not BS, but the same, he needs that same fire for what the season they had now. He got to take some blame for this. So he got for me, man, he has to get more out of his bench players, man. He has to use his young people. What Steve Kerr did last year and kept his team in contention, he used his young people. Nate is so old school that he don't want to use his young kids. He want to stay with the older kids. And this is the young man's league. So you have to groom these young people. So now when next year comes, they'll be ready to play. But since he ain't play them this year, next year is going to be like a learning experience for them. And so let's go on to these 3-2 games.
Bear with me, guys.
You have Memphis and Minnesota. They in the dogfight over there, man. Memphis and Minnesota in the dogfight. New Orleans and Phoenix is in the dogfight, and now Toronto and Philly are in the dogfight.
Let's don't jump by Memphis. There's one player on Memphis team I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
And I think he got the MIP. Something you said he didn't deserve. Me and Kanisha had given him that vote in before he got it, but you didn't think that was a correct choice. So after last night's game and that winning layup, you still don't think that?
No, I think he should have been up there for MVP, not for most improved. This is something that is expected from Ja Morant. Like Ja Morant was great already, so I didn't expect Ja Morant to not be great. This is already expected from him. I don't. That's why I don't give him my most improved. He's already supposed to be there. Like that's what we think he was going to be. That's not most improved to me.
But
Most improved
but
is
you,
somebody who didn't play well or didn't play as good the year before with a little bit of playing time, and then all of a sudden he flourishes in the next year. Like Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole last year was he was okay. This year they're talking about, well, you know what? We might be able to get rid of Klay Thompson next year because we got Jordan Poole right here. That's most improved. Like
okay.
my boy, like Chris said, man, he's already a superstar. We
Okay,
was talking about John Morant already being the face of the league. Is he the next face of the league? And now you say he's the most improved? Like, come on, man.
So when you was beating up on KD so bad, that night you was beating up on KD so bad.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things you said is that you're supposed to improve the people around you and improve your team.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that one of the things you said?
Yeah.
So I don't think that Memphis was number 2 in the league last year.
No.
Were they?
No. So you just going by record. You just going by.
No. I'm talking about improving.
Right, but you're talking about the record.
For your record to get better. That means you have to improve.
Okay, but they all right. So
correct.
They were 21-2 without him.
But gee, you always say that. But what teams did they play when they played those 21 games? Do you know?
Yeah, they played some really good teams.
How many teams they played above 500 all in 21 games? All of them was it?
I would have to go look at it.
But you always say they're 21-2 without John Morant. Take John Morant off that team and see if they're number 2 in the league.
Look, Bane.
Take John Morant off that team and see if they're number 2 in the league.
Bane is probably because he's a superstar. That's what I'm saying. He was already a superstar. I agree with what you're saying.
So stars can improve. He was up and come. He wasn't a superstar.
Yeah, wait a minute. You two were telling me he was the next face of the league.
Right, but he ain't
superstar.
Next face. He ain't make. I mean, he's getting there. That's the next face. Because at first I was, we were talking about Zion. We were talking about a few guys.
You talking about Kevin Durant? He was up there with Kevin Durant.
I went with KD. I went with him, and I think Steph was coming, but this next generation of player here, not right now, but I think when me and Chuck were on, when we came on, when you were at the game eating cookies, we had, we were just saying because I remember my wife, and then I forgot about him. Last year, we wasn't talking about Ja like this. We talked about highlights and certain things that he did, but not on a regular like this, not as a game changer, not as a game breaker.
Do you remember what he did going? He played in the play-in game. Remember, he took it at the end. He pushed his team to the play-in game, and then beat Golden. Who did he beat? Golden State. Or he beat somebody. They beat somebody, and then they lost in the second game.
Okay.
Or was it the Clippers they beat? Or some I can't remember who they beat, but they beat somebody. But this team was already Ja Morant was already at that level back then. He just like y'all said, he didn't really have a lot of help.
So when it says, remember when I sent that thing, how I clarified what these sports writers or these beat writers were coming up with, what they selected is a winner. The winner is selected by a panel of sports writers who thought that who thought that from a dramatic improvement, this person has changed his team and his stats dramatically. They're using the term dramatically. So, and they're also not putting this on a comeback player of the year when they're doing, not saying comeback player, but most improved from you know, you don't necessarily have to be your first year. You don't have to be 3 years. Most improved from a dramatic standpoint following season. Remember, and then I think me and Chuck, we put up the stat. I think, like I said, though they made the play in, they were, I think, what was it, 30 something, and you know, so much and so less.
Right.
To go from that to have your team here, and I'm gonna use an example.
And we had a short season last year too, right?
Huh?
We had a short season last year.
Was it
72 games? Was it 72
short?
games?
It may have been. You may be right. I'm not sure, but yeah, you may be right. Because it was still COVID protected and all that stuff, right? So I'm watching the game last night, and I've watched, and I go with 2 or 3 games before that when Minnesota was up, and all it took was a dramatic dunk or a dramatic pass, and next thing you know, these boys are shook. In the third quarter, I'm watching last night. It's 10 seconds left. Ja comes down, and one of the most monstrous dunks on somebody I ever seen. At that moment, I was like, you know what? He done already put a hole in that beach ball. You know, you know, they may make a resurgence, but listen, that's what you need. You know, from your main guy to you know, for somebody to go. You know what? The crowd is now into it. Let's pick this up. When you improve your team that way, when they follow you, because he had been stagnant the whole night. I think we were judging him on that, you know, hey, they holding Ja down. All it takes is some kind of game breaker to wake your team up. And that's what happened last night. Though I ain't gonna lie to you, I got all my cookies on Minnesota to take this, and they'll do some good stuff, and then they'll do some stupid stuff.
But they've been called the dumbest team in the playoffs right now.
Oh man. I'm talking about. I'm watching. I'm like, oh, what are they doing? You know, I mean, because they'll come out playing hard as I don't know what. And then Cat, for some strange reason, can't keep his way. He finished every game with 5 fouls. You know, some kind of way he gonna have 5. Pat Beverly gonna do something. And look, they get all riled up into the making the crowd be quiet, or he too small. Everybody want to do the he too small. Yeah, he too small.
Yeah.
Then a team go on a 21-6 run. You just made something. You just called somebody small. Now they doing a 21 to 26 to 7 run on you.
Right.
Stop doing all that and play the game. You know, you can win if you take the individual accolades out. But to go back to my defense on, you know, most improved. Now I ain't gonna lie, he's one of them dudes. But Bane was making some mistakes last night too. But what he was doing, he was feeding off his guy also. I'm still standing behind, you know, like I said, when my wife and Chuck woke me up on it, I'll give it. Who else are you going to give this MIP to? You know, that's there. Like I said, Bane was there in the runnings, and I think you named one other one. Now Barrett, he wasn't there. He ain't nowhere on the paper.
Right. But I don't know what paper that was, because they had Cade Cunningham on there. I don't understand. I don't know how legit that was, because he's a rookie. So I don't know why he's on there. But I love Ja Morant. I think he's a superstar, but I think he was a star before that. So
So he went from star to superstar. That's why he got most improved.
That's not most improved though. When you got somebody on your own team that has improved so much more than you have. He's not at the level Ja Morant is, but he's improved his game, his jump from his game where it was last year to where it is now is much higher than where Ja Morant was last year and where he is now. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
So we're gonna agree to disagree.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
But this series is a beast though. It's gonna be a great one. All right, baby boy. So I like Ja. I think Ja gonna pull it off coming up, man. I think this next game is Memphis. I think they're
playing in Minnesota, right?
In Minnesota. And what it is, Minnesota's young. they're young, so they're making a lot of dumb mistakes. And the Memphis Grizzlies, they're not an old team, but they have been there before, or they've tasted a little bit of it before. So I think
Who's tasted it a little bit before on that squad?
Steven
Besides
Adams,
Anderson, huh?
Steven Adams,
But he hadn't been playing.
no, but you need that veteran leadership over there.
Come on the bench back there.
Okay. You still got Anderson over there. He played with the Spurs. He's been in there,
But he in it. Anderson is playing though.
Yeah, he's playing. He's entrenched in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have these players that have experience, and right now, man, I think that's going to be what it's going to take.
The only one on that Memphis squad, on the Minnesota squad that has some experience, and I'll give him the nod for being the transmission on that team, is Pat Beverly.
Yeah.
But Pat Beverly is also immature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he has the leadership to get them out. He has the fire, right? But the leadership, no. Cat, like I said, Cat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love his enthusiasm. I love every now and then, like I said, when you need a bucket, he'll put up a tray, to get you back in. But he can't stay out of foul trouble. And I know he's trying his butt off, but as much as I think I've said this before, and I remember, I don't know if I blew somebody's skirt up behind this, he's gonna have to leave in order to win. I want them to win, but he's gonna have to leave Minnesota. Remember, I think I said he was the next Kevin Durant. I'm sorry, Kevin Garnett of that squad. He's the next Kevin Love, where they don't give you all the tools you need. They're trying, but he's gonna have to leave in order to win.
All right.
They go to the next level. Unless they pick up somebody better than Pat Beverly. Somebody, and I ain't gonna lie to you, with him and Edwards, they may have I see some greatness. I see some stardom here, but they need some bench work.
That's Kevin Garnett and Stephon Marbury. That's that one.
What was the guy? He was from Yugoslavia. It was a Yugoslavian player that he played with also. That played
in Minnesota.
In Minnesota. He was a shooter when Kevin Garnett was there. I think he was on that Yugoslavia.
Zerbiak, yeah.
Zerbiak, yeah. So
I got a quick question for y'all. So we've been talking about how when teams don't succeed, that is some people have a tendency to say it's the coach's problem. So now with Memphis turning it around and getting number 2, does that mean they have a good coach?
Absolutely. I thought he should have been in the running for coach of the year. Yeah.
I don't even know the dude's name. What's the dude's name?
That's why I said that. I don't know his name.
What's his name?
He got a black name.
He got a black name.
Like something Jackson.
Like Ron O'Neal. What's his name?
like Curtis Jackson or something, dog. Like
50 Cent, Curtis. Hey, Curtis.
Hold on, let me see what the guy's name.
Look, and then look, G, he got deep with it. He got a black name. Hey, what's his name? What's a black name? Black name.
What's the guy's name, man?
Ron O'Neal. Willie Green. Is it Willie Green?
Hey, what's Memphis Grizzlies coach's name?
Willie Green is real black. Earl.
Taylor Jenkins is the coach for the Grizzlies.
Taylor Jenkins.
Jenkins, yeah. His name is Jenkins. Jenkins. Never met a white dude last name Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Hey, Zach, let me know what's happening out there. You got any white friends last name Jenkins? Taylor Jenkins. Okay.
Yeah. So,
dang.
All right, buddy, man. I know you got to roll, man.
I got a few more minutes.
Hey,
okay.
One thing I want to do. I want to do one thing for Corey Lee. So just give me a few minutes for Corey Lee. Go ahead, G.
It's on you.
Oh, it's on me. So
who's on?
I don't know if it's on me. I'm gonna go ahead and do it right quick.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay.
You, baby.
So I sent y'all a little message today, and I think when the NCAA season ended,
Oh,
I,
Lord,
I was I was beat up. I was beat up real bad, So just coincidentally, North Carolina's bringing back all their players except for one because he couldn't come back. That's Manic. But then also today, everybody know what happened today, right?
G.G. Jackson.
G.G. Jackson, overall number one recruit, committed to Hubert Davis. And back in 2016, North Carolina lost the NCAA tournament to Villanova, last second shot. And you know what they went on? They went on a redemption tour. That's what they going on this year, a redemption tour. Y'all laughed at me when we said they weren't going to be back. But guess what?
Tell us about this G.G. Jackson guy.
G.G. Jackson is from Ridgeview, South Carolina. 6'8", 6'9", power forward. Okay. I saw him play because they tell about
the number one overall prospect in the 2023 class.
That's what some people are saying. Some people saying he is. Some people saying he's not. As far as I'm concerned, he's from South Carolina. He's the overall number one.
In South Carolina.
No. Overall number one.
Overall. Okay. Not overall in South Carolina.
Overall number one prospect in the 2023 class.
Not overall in your town or no. Okay, so this guy he gonna be playing next year.
Yeah, he'll be playing next year. He'll probably take Manic's place because everybody else coming back. And see, he gonna say my brother gonna put that up there. He's from South Carolina. He's sometiming because it got something to do with North Carolina. But I just wanted to put that little plug in there because I got beat up after Kansas beat North Carolina last season.
Ain't nobody beat you up, man. You just overly
and some people said that we would not be back.
It's hard to come back and do the same thing, brother.
They did it in 2016-17, baby. Don't say it can't be done. Redemption.
It's different. We just talked about this now. It's a difference, man, driving the bus than sitting in the passenger seat. Now North Carolina gonna be driving the bus now when everybody looking at him.
And I'll say this here too. Hubert Davis took a squad that was recruited by the previous coach. Mm-hmm. Can he do this by himself? That's always a challenge right there.
It's the same players, Corey.
Good point.
I'm just saying. Yeah, but he listen, it's going eventually those players are going to fall off into the league and he's going to have to do this on his own. You could call it redemption. It's going to have to be somewhere. These are the players that I recruited. I'll give you this. If this guy's, who he say he is, big kudos to Hubert Davis and bringing this guy on. I'll be there to hate on you. You know that.
That's fine. I'm used to that. My brother do it all the time.
So before you go, Big Corey, man, the NFL draft is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Your Atlanta Falcons, I believe they pick number 6 or 8. Let me see. 8. Number 8. Who do you want them to get at number 8? And who would you be upset, or what position would you be upset if they got at number 8?
I want us to pick defense, man. I really do want us to. In my heart, I want us to beef the defense up in hopes that we can figure this thing out offensively while we're playing. But we can't stop anybody. In our past, we can't stop anybody. But we gotta draft a quarterback. I wanted us to, because the quarterback that we have, in Mariota, is he battle proven? No. So to answer your question, on a serious pick, one that's not a stressful pick, but a decent pick, I like Kenny Pickett from Ole Miss. Gunslinger, needs a little work, but this is not a quarterback-driven draft. This is a defensive draft from what I'm looking at, and we're a wide receiver draft too. If we could pick up a wide receiver, second and third, from what I know, we got 6 and 1 compensatory pick, so we can really make some moves here if we're smart. Between the first and the 4th round, we can get some good ones if we do this right. But as far as like that hole in the drywall, Kenny Pickett, that's I'm hoping that we pick him up, and then probably one of our guys from Georgia on the defensive standpoint. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Chuck. Same
Yeah,
question.
I'm looking for. It's gonna be hard to give a name, but I would prefer to get either one of these standout wide receivers to help McLaurin, or
Drake or
a defense or a safety or a defensive back. Because defense wise, I think that's where we lacking. Then defensive backfield, our front seven is pretty strong. So I think those. I'd be disappointed if we didn't get one of those two.
Okay. So if y'all went, let's say, offensive lineman, since y'all did lose your offensive lineman, would that be a throw your pin at the wall type situation for you?
For the first round pick?
First round, yeah, your first round pick.
Yeah, I'd be like you were last year.
So the Jacksonville Jets. So let's go with it real quick. Jacksonville got the first pick, Detroit second, Houston third, Jets number 4, Giants 5, Carolina 6. Giants got another pick 7. Then it's us. Then that's when we I think Seattle and New York, the Jets round up the top 10.
Right.
So Jacksonville for the second year in a row will have the opportunity to pick the first pick in the draft again.
Right.
They already have the quarterback of their franchise quarterback. Should they pick the okay? Is what's that guy? What's your big boy name? I think A to Z Media was talking up a storm on him from Michigan.
Aiden
Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Hutchinson.
If you bring in a big guy like Aiden Hutchinson on your to spearhead your defense, does that make you a better squad at this point? They only won 3 games last year, right?
For me, I thought their defense was okay, but I don't think that helps you out right now.
No, okay.
I think you have to protect Trevor Lawrence, and for me, I got them going offensive tackle with Evan Neal
for the first overall pick.
For the first overall pick,
who is that guy?
He's the offensive tackle out of.
I doubt it. You think they're going to offensive lineman?
Yeah, offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman for the first overall
out of Alabama. The offensive tackle out of Alabama.
He's a big boy now. He's something else.
He a beast.
What's his name? Y'all know who he is? Who I'm looking at?
Evan Neal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, so what you're doing, you're throwing a curveball on the first overall pick. Detroit needs a QB. So Aiden wouldn't get you telling me Hutchinson wouldn't go number 2.
No, I got him going number 2 to Detroit because they're gonna give Jared Goff a chance. They're not turning the bottom of the churn on him, and they're gonna stick with him.
You think so?
Look, last year they lost a ton of games at the last second on the defensive end.
That coach was crying, boy. We tried, man.
They were fighting their butts off. The offense was playing decent enough to win games. Their defense was letting them down. They need a stud on the defensive side.
Okay, so you got Hutchinson going too. I'm trying to blaze through this. So Houston, with them losing their franchise QB, do they choose a quarterback?
I don't have them. I got them getting Kayvon Thibodeau.
They don't have a quarterback right now, though. G.
They said they're gonna stick with Mills. They're gonna see what he got.
But I guess a lot of teams, because you're saying this is not a quarterback driven draft. So I guess some teams are gonna think they can pick a quarterback up in the second or third round going for that. I guess you could say quote unquote person that can really set the standard.
There you go.
a change of pace person in the first round.
Yeah,
That's why I don't know if I go to the office. I know you're gonna protect Trevor, but I don't know if I go to the offensive lineman on my first pick.
Dang, I know. Big offensive lineman, number one pick. Okay.
You-
So
You
number
know,
4.
the coach down there now is the old Eagles coach, man, and you know he wants to keep his quarterback up.
Okay. So number 4, we know Jets, they chose their their guy last year. I don't know if the Jets go back with another quarterback this year, it'd be crazy. But our Jets going defense, wide out. You know, who do you see?
I got them going defense, man. Sauce Gardner, the best cornerback in the draft. I got him going there, man. He's a difference maker. He's a stud. And
Where's he from? What
they
school?
need. Let me see, Sauce.
Because I remember they said that I remember it was in the bowl games. It was 2 cornerbacks, and they thought both of them were real good. I can't remember which team it was though. I'm not sure if that's the same guy or not.
Sauce from Cincinnati. They're both from Cincy.
Okay.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
That's the 2 cornerbacks. Okay.
Yeah, it's quarterbacks. Yeah, it's 2 cornerbacks.
Yeah.
So, yep.
And the Giants, they predicted the Giants to do the same thing. D tackle, possibly a cornerback, also because they're gonna give. You think they're gonna pick quarterback?
No, they got it. They got to get some linemen. So you're gonna see another offensive lineman. They got to protect. They got to be able to run the ball with Saquon, and they got to be able to protect Danny Dimes. So I got them going Idike Ekewano.
Another offensive lineman. So you got 2 offensive linemen going in the first round. Wow, offensive lineman finna get paid.
Going high. And this is the lineman from North Carolina State. He's a stud too. So this is a good draft for linemen.
That boy got his paperwork over there, don't he?
Yeah.
This day that boy stacking that paper over
there.
With G4 Corey go, what was your team need?
Oh, my team, we need offensive line. I need a
lot of stuff.
Yeah, we need an offensive line, man.
Y'all like get in line with hey.
We couldn't run the ball last year. We couldn't protect Dak towards the end of the season, man. So we got to Tyron Smith is often hurt. We let Collins go. I'm not really sure. I'm not Collins. Yeah, Collins. We let Collins go. We got Connor McGovern holding the left guard spot. So I got to get in the guard, man. I got us picking Zion Johnson or Kenyon Green if he's there, but Zion Johnson right now. What I have.
So you're actually gonna be the same way it was last year. They don't go that route, right?
If they don't go offensive tackle or offensive guard, I'm gonna be upset.
I can't wait.
I know, right?
Look, that means we ain't trying to move it. If we don't get it,
what time?
I think 8:00, right?
8:00.
Coverage at 8.
I hope we start early because that's a long day.
Man, long night. You're right about that.
Man. So, hey, I actually got the Panthers picking up a quarterback.
I got
them picking the first quarterback. Yeah,
they got to.
And I got Atlanta picking up a quarterback too. The same quarterback you said. Yeah. Kenny Pickett.
All right, guys. I hate to bounce on on an early note, but due to calls.
No, you good. You good.
We're going to get straight. So, fellas, y'all finish strong. Let me get on out of here, and I'll holler at y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Draft day. You know
Draft day, baby. Woo, woo.
Hey, woo, Lord, we're gonna see. Now I ain't gonna lie. I always say this here. I don't expect my skirt to be blown up, because this is my squad, but this is who I brought to the dance. Look, I'm gonna have my arm around my lady. She ain't. Fellas, I'll holler at y'all.
All right, go ahead.
Yep.
So, this draft, man, is from what I'm hearing about the draft that it's going to be is not top heavy, but that third and fourth and fifth rounders are going to be some really good players, unlike before. And it's because of COVID. So, everybody had an extra year.
Right.
So all those players that were supposed to come out last year, they're not coming out. So they're being pushed down to the later round. So they if they would have went out last year, they'd probably be a round higher than they are now. So it should be. You should get some good people, man. Get some good people. I got the Seattle Seahawks picking up Desmond Ridder, the quarterback from Cincinnati.
Yeah, okay.
I think that fits them. And I don't know if it's because Russell Wilson's been there all this time, and he's another light-skinned brother. But yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. But it does start. It does start at 8:00 though.
It starts at 8. Okay. Yeah. Oof. We might not finish that tomorrow, dog.
Yeah. I just wish they speed up the time. They don't need to, because they know who they want.
They know who they want, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have it plotted just like you probably got it plotted there. This is the person I want. They're not available. Then this is the next person I want. They don't take all that time.
Right. And I'm hearing a lot of people talking about trading up or trading back. So we might see a lot of movement. If we see a lot of movement, man, it's going to be a long first round.
Yeah, I know. But I know you're talking about Hutchins, that guy from Michigan, but I don't know, the linebacker from Georgia's getting a lot of hype right now too. Can't remember his name. Linebacker from Georgia. I can't remember his name.
Jacoby Dean?
Yeah.
He's a hell of a player. He's getting well, I know the Cowboys aren't really as high on him because they say he's not, I guess, tall enough. But the guys around the ball all the time. I'm hearing they like Devin Lloyd from Utah a little more than him because Devin Lloyd's like 6'3", 240.
Well, I don't think you can judge it on height because how tall was Ray Lewis?
Yeah, we're about 6 feet, right? 6 foot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
So it's hard to judge them on height because you never really know what they're going to do until they get in the league. So that's why I say I think you hit the nail on the head when you said the third through the later rounds. Mm-hmm. So teams will pick up some gems.
Oh yeah.
There's always been some gems that's already been picked up in the later rounds.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Where do you think Jordan Davis is going to fall?
Oh, the big tackle.
Yeah, the big defensive tackle man from Georgia.
Yeah, running the five flat 40, big as he is, boy. I
Was
don't know where he's going to end up at.
4.7. I thought he ran like a 4.7.
Was it 4.7?
I thought he ran a 4.7.
If he ran a 4.7, he's 300 pounds.
Yeah, I like 340. I might be wrong, but I thought he did. I thought he ran a 4.7 or 4.8 or something like that.
No, okay. Either way, he's gonna be a beast wherever he goes. I mean, wherever he goes, it's gonna be hard to run up the middle with him, boy. And if you do run up the middle, then he's gonna always pretty much require double team. So that means somebody else is gonna be running free because I don't think one man's gonna be able to block it. It's gonna be tough.
I actually got him going one slot in front of us. I got him going to Carolina. I mean, not Carolina, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got him going to Arizona, and that's
he'd be out there with JJ.
Yeah, that's high. Yeah, James said he think it was a 4.8. I think he ran a 4.8, dog.
A 4.8 at 340 pounds.
At 340, man.
Can you imagine somebody 340 pounds chasing you down and hitting you as a running back?
Man.
Oh my goodness, that's like a freight train hitting you.
Oh, yeah, that's scary. That's scary. I might need to change my pick, man. I hear the Saints are going to try to move up. And matter of fact, I think they didn't they move once. They moved up already, I think. I think they already moved it. I think they want a quarterback. I don't think they sold on Jameis Winston.
They got James. I gotta say they got James Winston, man.
And they signed a 2-year, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
But I don't know if they sold on him, man. I heard. Lil Birdie saying that they might be trying to move up
To get a quarterback.
to get a quarterback. But that I like you said earlier, man. I don't believe this is the year to move up to go get a quarterback.
Right.
If they fall to you, then you can get them. But moving up, trading away picks to go get them, I don't suggest it. I got you all picking up Drake London though, the great wide receiver from USC. He's a heck of a wide receiver, 6'4". They compare him to Ed McCaffrey.
No, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Menard, but they got re-signed with Menard, but yeah, Menard needs some help.
yeah, absolutely. So I see y'all going after one of those receivers. I got the Jets with their second pick because they pick at right before you all. So I got them picking up another receiver as well, Garrett Wilson, who is considered the best wide receiver in this class.
Yeah, okay.
And only because Jameson Williams is hurt. I think if Jameson Williams, if he wasn't hurt, I think he'd be number one receiver out there. The one from Alabama.
Yeah, but I don't know because are they basing it on that? Because Miami took Waddle and he was hurt. He got hurt. He was panned out pretty good.
Yeah. When did Waddle get hurt in the playoffs, or did he get hurt before?
He got hurt before the playoffs. Because him getting hurt is what elevated. What's my man name? He went to Philadelphia. The receiver for Alabama. They won the Heisman.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah. So Waddle getting hurt and during the season just
Right.
projected Smith being high because he was getting more of the passing there because Waddle was hurt.
Right. So, but I think for Jameis, not for Jameis, for the Williams, Jameson Williams, he got hurt in the last game of the season? Yeah, last game of the season.
Okay.
He got hurt against the Bulldogs, Georgia.
No, okay.
Yeah, so that's
So he ain't had that much time to recuperate.
Yeah, he gonna miss a couple games. He
Yeah.
probably the first. He gonna be on pup. He gonna be on pup, man. The first beginning of the season, so he'll miss probably 6 games at least. But if it wasn't for that, man, I think he'll probably be the number one receiver coming out of there. But this receiving class is deep. It's deep. So they said you'll be able to find you a good receiver in the 3rd, 4th round in this draft. So,
I'm sure Green Bay will be going for one.
oh yeah, I actually have Green Bay getting Chris Olave, the wide receiver from. Let me look at my notes.
Is it Ohio State?
Yep, Ohio State. 6 foot. He's actually like a. They got him compared to your boy McLaurin.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So that'll go well with your boy Aaron Rodgers. So, so hey man, so the information that we're giving right now is good because I have a friend of mine who's gonna be listening to the show, Taylor Glenn. She has she's trying to learn more about football because she's just started dating a young man who plays football. So,
okay.
So she's trying to get some information, man. So all this information that we're giving her right now is good information.
Okay.
All right, man.
You say her name is Taylor?
Taylor,
Well, Taylor, I just want to put one thing out there. Just don't choose the same. If you choose the NFL team, don't choose the same team that G does. That's the only recommendation I can give you as far as choosing the team.
Yeah, so I believe he's actually waiting for the draft. So
okay.
Yeah, so
hey, one quick thing. Have you heard about J.R. Smith?
Hey, go ahead and talk about it. I did hear about it. Let everybody know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows who J.R. Smith is.
If you don't, he's a ex NBA player who played with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Los Angeles Lakers, Denver Nuggets. He played on several teams. I think he's a 12-year vet
Right.
in the NBA or something like that. NBA champion as
Yep.
well. A very, very smart guy, man. Very
Yeah.
smart guy.
Yeah.
And but he ended up, and as he retired from the NBA, he went back to college,
Yeah.
and he's at NCANT,
North Carolina A&T.
North Carolina A&T. All right, go ahead.
He's in North Carolina A&T on a golf scholarship, and he actually finished this academic year as academic athlete of the year.
Yep.
So I thought that was pretty spectacular. You know, he decided after his NBA career that he was going back to college to get his degree.
Mhm.
He's playing golf, and like you say, he's a pretty smart guy because he's the academic athlete of the year. And North Carolina A&T is one of the bigger HBCUs, so it wasn't like he didn't have a lot of competition to win that award.
Right. And he had a four. I'm not had. He has a 4.0.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. And we don't talk enough about these athletes doing great things like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. To go back there, and I can't even imagine going back to school now.
Exactly.
They
I wouldn't even think about it.
Right. They teach things so different than what we learned.
Yeah.
He said I was listening to him on one of the podcasts, and he was saying like he's learning the same stuff his kids are learning in school. So they actually study together,
Right.
and help each other out, man. So it's awesome, man. It's awesome. Awesome, man. Congratulations, J.R. Smith. And he's doing a hell of a job in golf.
Oh, yeah.
He's a hell of a golf player as well. So,
Yep.
Great job. Great job, J.R. Smith, man. Kudos to you. All right, my dog. Anything else, man?
Oh, no, that was it. I see you. You got one of these cups, but you got the wrong thing on it.
That thing fire. Look at that heartbeat, dog. You see that heartbeat? Ooh, that Cowboys heartbeat. Thank you to co-worker Amber. She made this cup for me.
That's the heartbeat.
She made the Washington Commanders cup as well for my boy Chuck over there. I have the Cowboys cup with my name on it, G with the star, and we them boys. I mean, this thing is fire. I know you people on podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and all the other podcast stations that we have. I know y'all can't see it, but you can go to YouTube and you can rewatch the show on YouTube. We're going to conclude, man. I think that's it.
All right.
Then that's it, man. Great show. Oh, and I didn't even tell y'all what episode it is, man. This is season 2, episode 111. 111. This is the last show of the season. We want to thank each and every one of you all, man, for rocking with us. Thank y'all for rocking with us. The name change. Y'all know we went from talking with KPG now to the crew and you, and y'all have stuck by us, man. So we appreciate you. We want to say thank you to all the new subscribers that's out there. My guy Jody, man, appreciate you, baby. I know you watching, and my girl Taylor Glenn as well. She's a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing as well. So we appreciate you. We are working on something big right now. Hopefully we can get it done in the fall, but we're working on something big, y'all. So y'all stay tuned. I hope we can get it done. If not, we'll do it next year. But we're working on something big. So I guess that is it. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend about the TCY crew, man. The crew and you. We love y'all. And also, if you want to listen to us on the podcast, go to Apple, go to Spotify, and any other podcast network, man, and y'all can look us up, The Crew and You, and we are on there, man. So if you don't want to see our faces, you can hear our voices. Hey, we love y'all, man. We'll see y'all on Sunday.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be tomorrow.
Oh no, we'll see y'all tomorrow at 8:00.
Yeah, special show tomorrow for the draft.
Yeah, baby. Hey, the beginning of season 3. Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir. Chuck, my dog, great job, baby. For my dog, Corey Davis, Decatur's finest. We love y'all, man. We'll see y'all on tomorrow night, man. I guess we'll do it on Facebook too. So everybody can be. All right, Brody.
All right, G. Have a good one.
All right. Yes, sir.